Hello everybody and welcome back to Saint-Jean-d'Angely for the final race of the afternoon, MXGP Race 2. My name's Paul Malin. Thanks for joining us once again for our live coverage of the FIM Motocross World Championship. This weekend, round 17, the MXGP of Charente-Maritime. The racetrack here at Saint-Jean-d'Angely has been in action for World Championship racing since 1984. Heinz Kinnigadner, the two-time Austrian world champion, was the first ever winner around here. In terms of open victories, Premier Class victories, Tim Geiser was victorious here last year on the Honda. The five-time world champion will be hoping to stand on the top step again here today. But in terms of the French riders, Romain Febvre, the last Frenchman to stand on the podium here back in 2016. Can he get on the top step here today? For sure the riders are going to need a good start, as we've seen from MX2 Race 2. But the circuit here, just over 1,600 metres long, a 90-metre start straight into turn 1. Turns right, goes uphill, continues to climb up through turn 2 to turn 3. 4 intermediate sectors from the finish line, dark grey. A couple of turns later, sector 2. The downhill through the middle of the screen is the start of sector 3 and sector 4, just as they get the run onto the start straight once again. And as you can see, Tim Geiser, the winner here when we were here last in 2019. Jorge Prado, who is also in MXGP, was victorious here when we were in MX2 that same year. He's a two-time winner around this circuit, by the way. Anyway, as the riders complete their sighting lap around this Saint-Jean-d'Angely circuit, Lisa Leyland was down on the grid a few moments ago. She caught up with a few riders, actually, but I think we're a couple of minutes away from that. She caught up with Ivo Monticelli and David Herbertot, but these guys here have been treated to an absolute display of racing, and they are very, very noisy. Let's take a look at what happened, though, in MXGP Race 1. MXGP Race 1 earlier on in the afternoon, and it was Jeremy Seewer with the Fox Holeshot, closely followed by Romain Febvre. Febvre there in second, Geiser into third place. A little bit further down the order, Jorge Prado making inroads as he searched for a position amongst the top 5. Glenn Koldenoff got the better of Monticelli. And then Calvin Melandrin also did the same on the same part of the racetrack as he went past the Italian. Koldenoff would eventually get to 6th. Melandrin would eventually get to 8th. Tim Geiser with that move around the outside of Romain Febvre put him into 2nd position. Paul Jonas then found his way past Monticelli. Monticelli eventually came home in 18th place, but Paul Jonas eventually came home in 11th. Ferrato, who made the move here, eventually came home in 9th, so it was a good charge for him. Jeremy Van Hoorbeek had a crash whilst in 10th place. He was escorted off. Maxime Renaux, even though he fell in the latter stage of the race, did remount in 5th position. But Mitch Evans under attack from Jorge Prado. Prado eventually going through in 4th position. Evans coming home in 7th place because he got caught and passed here on the uphill triple by Koldenoff in the later stage of the race. Koldenoff coming home 6th, Evans 7th, Melandrin there in the background in 8th. Final lap, final push for Geiser. Jeremy Seewer was just able to hang on, and it was Jeremy Seewer who did cross the line to win by just under a second over the 5-time world champion. Seewer, Geiser, Febvre is how it finished in race 1. Right, let's go down to Lisa. She caught up with Ivo Monticelli, and before that, the 138 of David Herbertot.
We are almost ready for the final race of the day, MXGP Race 2, but let's speak to home rider David Herbertot, who we haven't seen for a very long time. Good to see you. Just tell us why here, why now? Obviously a home GP, but it's good to see you back.
Yeah, it's good to be back, actually. I've doing only French Championship, I've done really good, you know. And yeah, now it's home GP and I'm the only national rider who didn't try the whole season here. So yeah, it's important for French motocross, and yeah, I'm really happy to be here, and that's kind of funny.
And how difficult is it to go away and to come back in terms of the level out there? I mean, it's a tough first race, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's really tough, and yeah, level is really high now, and there's only 24 riders actually, but this is the 24 fastest rider actually. So yeah, you have to take a good start, didn't crash, and make the best of it.
Good to see you back. Best of luck. Thank you. Let's speak to Ivo Monticelli. Ivo, let's speak about that first race. Actually, you got a good start, which is very important here, but things didn't go to plan, did they?
Yeah, you know, I have to pick the... I was yesterday on the last position. I have a not good start yesterday and I crashed. So I have to start from all outside, and I take a good start anyway. I was 4, but I was really struggling with my riding to take feeling with the track. I get bad arm pump, so I was struggling all the moto, and I just finished really bad 18. That's not good, but you know, we learn also when sometimes we lose, and it was nice to lose this time and learn something maybe.
Exactly.
So, yeah, I will give my best for second moto. Hope it's gonna be better, and for sure will be better for the hand pump. So yeah, let's try.
Well, finally, just 3 races left, including this one. What's your goal now?
Well, like before, I want to do a good start, stay most of the time in front with the top rider, like to take the speed, and then if I am dead, because my condition is not still 100%, so I don't care. But the important is to take the speed with them and stay much I can with them.
Have a good race. Thanks, Ivo. Okay, good luck to all the guys. It's time for MXGP Race 2.
Take a look at the top 5 in the championship then as we head into the final race of the day here at Saint-Jean-d'Angely. Tim Geiser, of course, already crowned world champion. Jeremy Seewer has a 55-point advantage over his teammate Glenn Koldenoff, and he finishes ahead of the Hoff today. Second place is nailed on for Seewer. Koldenoff has his hands full, though. He's 5 points. Koldenoff has his hands full. He is 5 points clear of Prado, with Renault 13 behind the Spaniard. And there is the calendar. Just 1 round to go after this one at Saint-Jean-d'Angely. 2 weeks' time, the Bitchy MXGP of Turkey at Afyon-Karahisar. And that will be the final round on the 4th of September.
Une autre galaxie, on n'attendait pas un auriculaire à ce niveau-là cette saison. Paul Benas, numéro 41.
Everybody getting into position down there on the start line. The Fly Racing 15-second board, 5-second board, and the riders making their way to the line. Romain Febvre goes to the line for the second time on pole position this season. Tim Geiser lines up alongside him, and then Jeremy Seewer, Calvin Villana and Glenn Koldenoff and Harry Kulas. The Gavin van Venrooy fill-in rider for Arminas Jasikonis with his best qualifying of the season so far. Then we had Paul Jonas, Mitch Evans, Jorge Prado, Albi Ferrato, Maxime Renaux, Jed Beaton, Van Horbeek. Did go and see the team after the race to see if he was okay. He was in the medical centre getting checked out, and they did say a bang to the shoulder, a bit of pain in the chest area, but everything else all okay. Wasn't sure if he would line up for race 2. Jeremy Seewer, almost a silver medal around his neck if he can finish ahead of his teammate here in race 2. No problems where the gold medal is. Tim Geiser, already crowned a week ago as a 5-time world champion. The number 3 of Romain Febvre, solid in race 1. Kawasaki Racing Team rider, the number 3 coming home in 3rd place. And the number 61 of Jorge Prado, Red Bull Gas Factory Racing, came home in 4th, still got a shot at getting on the podium. And if Prado does make it to the podium, it'll be for the first time since he placed 2nd in Indonesia 6 rounds ago. Glenn Koldenoff, big race for him, because if he can finish ahead of his teammate, of course, that battle for the silver medal goes down to the final round. Crucially for him, he needs to finish ahead of Jorge Prado to maintain that 3rd place in the championship. The Fly Racing 15-second board up for the final time today. The MXGP of Charente-Maritime here at Saint-Jean-d'Angely. Gate drops here in France. Jorge Prado. A rare Fox Holeshot recently for the Red Bull Gas rider, but for the season it is number 16 for the number 61. He leads race 2. Romain Febvre there in second position. Maxime Renaux alongside him in third place. Jeremy Seewer fourth. Paul Jonas up the inside in fifth. Tripling uphill for the first time. Seewer looks to rail around the outside. Just looking to see who is behind Seewer. Jonas, Jacobi in 6, Geiser 7, Evans 8, Fernandez 9, Valandren, Koldenhoff in 11th place. Not good in that battle for 4th and 5th in the championship. But it's Prado who leads the way. There's Renault second, Seewer third, Febvre getting pushed back to fourth already. Up onto the plateau for the first time. And Prado making a break for it downhill. Maxime Renaux, the lead French rider in second place. Seewer, your winner from race 1 in third. Febvre on the Kawasaki is fourth. Geiser behind him in 5th place, making inroads already. He committed to this outside to pass Febvre in race 1. The Frenchman alert to it this time around, though. Down the start straight for the first time. French fans making a bit of noise, but it's fairly quiet for what it should be. Maybe a little bit more noise if we get a French leader. But Jorge Prado, give him a whole shot. Normally likes to run with it, and you can see the urgency and the energy that he's putting into his riding through that penultimate turn. Doing his best to keep Maxime Renaux behind him there. So over the line, Prado continues to lead. Renault second, Seewer third, Febvre fourth, Geiser fifth. Jonas coming into view any moment now on the white machine in 6th place. There he is. And Evans behind him in 7th place. A little bit of prep work, it looked like, just down there between MX2 and MXGP Race 2. That turn at the top of the hill. Turn 10, very tricky. Caught more than its fair share of riders out over the course of the weekend. Geiser just can't find his way past the number 3 of Febvre at the moment. You sense that if he does, won't be long before he gets onto the rear wheel of Seewer, who's there in 3rd place. Oh, nicely done. Geiser just took the long way round. Gets himself up into 4th place. He'll go defensive on the downhill here as well, just to make sure of it. Not seen anybody pass around the outside there like Geiser did just then. Quick look at the pit board for the 243. And already pulling clear from Febvre on that number 3 Kawasaki, who would just love to be on the podium here. But as it stands right now, he's going to be off of it. Hasn't made the box yet since he returned to action from injury in Germany. 3 4th place finishes he's had. But to get on the podium here would probably mean the world to him, actually. Prado still under attack from Maxime Renaux. The Red Bull Gas leads the Monster Energy Yamaha. Renault's teammate Jeremy Seewer, your winner from race 1, there in 3rd in blue. Top end of the circuit, see how it's drying out now. Look, just to the left of the race line, those stones just starting to make their way to the surface. Get offline and you are on a bunch of marbles. Jonas still 6, Evans 7, Jacobi 8, Fernandez 9, Valandren 10. Right, we'll see. We'll triple in here. Yes, he does. gains ground on his teammate, but not enough. He was gaining around 3/4 of a second to a second over everybody else in race 1 with that move, but at the moment he stays there in 3rd behind Prado and Renault. Working their way towards the end of lap 3. Not a lot in it between the first 3 riders. Jorge Prado, Maxime Renaux and Jeremy Seewer. Tim Geiser just gaining ground ever so slightly in the background in 4th for Team HRC. And Honda Racing Corporation. Going defensive again, the number 61. Lap times 49.4, 49.1. Prado, Renault, Seewer 49.6, 48.8. Geiser just starting to reel these guys in, and he's all over the back of Seewer at the top of this hill. Coming into view any moment now. That's the gap between those two. Calvin Vallanderen is up into 8th place, so he's found his way past Fernandez. Jacobi down to 10th at the moment, just ahead of Koldenhoff. Here's Ruben Fernandez up the inside of Jacobi. That put him into 9th place. A better showing, this one, for Ruben Fernandez. Nothing in it, though, between Seewer and Geiser. Likes the outside line all of a sudden, doesn't he? That's what your sighting lap is for, but tripling in again. Any time gained by Geiser, lost over the triple. There's your first 4, all pretty much on the same part of the racetrack. Febvre just being dropped there in 5th place. Kawasaki Racing Team. With all the pressure on Prado's shoulders now as Renault gets closer. And of course, he'll be bringing with him Seewer and Geiser. Geiser a little late to the party, but better late than never. That's what he'll say. Can he find a way through, though? As it stands right now, Seewer on the top step of the podium. A win and a 3rd. Prado would be 2nd overall with a 4th and a 1st on 43. And Geiser would be on 40, 3rd overall. Still plenty of time left to run, though. Then Koldenhoff down the inside of Henry Jacobi just a moment ago. That puts him up in a 10th place. But 21.5 minutes plus 2 laps to run. Jorge Prado, Maxime Renaux, Jeremy Seewer, Tim Geiser still separated by 3 seconds as they hit the line at the end of lap 4, just, 13 corners ago. Renault just biding his time here. Trying to figure out a way to get past Prado, and he almost succeeded. Threw it into the rut at the bottom of the hill. The bike got away from him ever so slightly, but he almost made the pass stick. And Prado knows he's there. Two battles going on here. 1st and 2nd, and 3rd and 4th. Glenn Koldenhoff on the move again, this time on Evans. So up to 9th place now, the Hoff. And Jacobi going down from 11th place. Disappointment then for the JM Honda. Prado continues to lead, as he has done from the first turn when he crossed the Fox Holeshot line ahead of everybody else to claim his 16th black plate of the season. Hasn't had a race win, Jorge Prado, since race 1, Portugal, round 4. Can he sustain the attack from Renault, Seewer and Geiser? Maxime Renaux getting closer, though. top end of the circuit once more. Lap 6. All of a sudden, Prado backing these guys up. It's allowing Seewer to get closer. Renault was so fast through that turn a lap ago. Geiser getting good drive. He may find himself going around the outside of Seewer at the top of the hill. Not quite able to do so. And Seewer's not going to be able to draw. He does triple. Wow, never saw that coming. That is a brave move. Gets closed down by his teammate, though, at the bottom of the hill. Geiser will have a better drive out of the turn. Can't find a way through, though. Put my dry paint away, shall I? Because that's what I was staring at in race 1, but this one has definitely come to life. And Renault going after Prado. Oh, had to pull out there, didn't he? Will he go tight to the inside? Yes, he does. Can't triple, though. Seewer right back onto the rear wheel of his teammate. First 4 over the line. 2.6 seconds separating them. With 18 minutes plus 2 laps to go. Just look at the lines at the bottom of the hill there. Look how they tighten up and open out. Oh, guys, they're having a sneaky look on Seewer. Wow, everybody locked together. Oh, and a mistake there from Renault. Was slow through the turn. Jeremy Seewer didn't need a second invite. And Renault now also under pressure from Geiser. He knows he can hear the Honda there behind him, but Seewer quick to react there. And he triples in once more. Is he going to find a way through? Too far back at this moment in time to make a move on Prado. A little bit loose through there, though, bottom of the hill. So a change for second place. Seewer now going after Prado with 17 minutes plus 2 laps to go. And Renault under pressure in third. Everybody tripling up into the final turn. You have to. 7 laps complete. Lap times. Prado 1:49.9. Seewer now second, 49.1. Renault 51.1 because of the mistake that he made and then got shuffled back and had to regroup. And a 49.6 for Geiser. 2.3 seconds between them. The first 4 riders. Bonjour, is Romain Febvre gaining ground as well. Just kept the same pace with Geiser. And he's up to, well, he's in 5th place, but he's gaining ever so slightly. Prado, not sure where the next attack is going to come from. He dealt with the first attack from Maxime Renaux. Seewer's next. Will Geiser come around the outside here? Yes, he will. Will Seewer triple? Yes, he will. Brave that when you're following. Again, he's going to get squeezed at the bottom of the hill here. Prado goes defensive. Everybody using the same line. A nervous, anxious-looking Louis Foster's watching on. 2 of his riders inside the top 3. Seewer and Renault. Haven't seen too much of Claudio De Carli from down there in pit lane yet. And Seewer makes a mistake. He misses his rut to the inside. Puts himself under pressure from his teammate, Maxime Renaux. Eight laps complete. Prado still leads. This will be a first race win since Portugal, if he can stay there. That was his third win of the season. Jorge Prado, his last podium, of course, Indonesia, where he was second. He'll be on the podium, second overall, if he stays where he is. But 14 minutes plus 2 laps with this kind of heat, breathing down your neck, not easy to manage. Oh, he comes up short. Seewer into the rear wheel, and a mistake there from Geiser as well. He loses drive as Renault closes back in on Seewer in third place at the bottom of the hill. And Febvre is gaining ground. Seewer knows he's got to go long here. Oh, he triples to the inside this time around. A risky game he's playing there, Seewer. Obviously, camera angles and all the rest of it. He knows the parameters in which he's got to work. The gap between him and Prado, how much he can, you know, risk. But Prado leads, Seewer second. You can see from the ticker tape along the bottom there. Renault, Geiser, top 4, Febvre 5, Jonas 6, Melandrin, Fernandez, Koldnov, and Evans with Guadagnini, Beaton, Ferrato, Bogas, Kulas, Tom Cock, Watson, Herberto, Jacobi, and Kevin Brumman. Oh. "13 minutes plus 2 laps remain. Jeremy Seewer, the only rider tripling in at the top end of the circuit. This was him gaining ground on Maxime Renault and Jorge Prado. And then this is him just rubbing wheels with Prado a moment ago. Came up a little bit short at the top of the hill. They felt that as well. Renault just a little bit off balance, allows Geiser a route back onto the rear wheel of the Yamaha man ahead of him. Horrible part of the racetrack there, turn 11 and 12 before you emerge back on to the plateau. There's a horrible braking bump at the top there, look, where they've been landing and scuffing the dirt. Right, Geiser getting ready to go the long way round. Renault knows he's there, keeps the Slovenian there as well. But there may be a move at the top of the hill, as we've seen. Oh, tell you what, Renault read that well. Seewer over jumps, almost quads his way at the end of the straight. Oh, again, Geiser, back end just a little bit loose. These guys are pushing hard. Geiser up on the pegs, regroup, breathing. Febvre is starting to reel these guys in as they are being backed up by Prado with 11 and a half to go. It's not a lot, but look, Febvre, the man in green, top of the hill, he is working his way back into contention. But Prado still leads. Oh, backhand of Renault, just on the gas, catching all the loose stones. Oh, had to back out there as well, just drifted too wide. Podium as it stands right now. Seewer, 47, Prado, 43, Geiser, 40, Renault, 36, Febvre, 36. Right, Tim Geiser was in this position in race 1 when he was trying to find his way past Jeremy Seewer for much of the race. What did he learn from being back there? Well, I tell you what, he gets out of the turn early, he puts the squeeze on Renault, and then Renault makes a mistake at the bottom of the hill. Geiser now third. Flexing his World Championship muscles. Geiser gets the distance, does not allow Renault a route back through, and it was the Frenchman who bobbled at the end of the hill. Geiser now in 4th place, stalking Jeremy Seewer. Sorry, Geiser now in 3rd place, stalking Jeremy Seewer, just like he did for much of race 1. Maxime Renault, can he regroup there in the background, or is he going to fall into the clutches of Romain Febvre? Febvre in 5th, looking to find his way into 4th if he can. A rutted, rugged racetrack here at Saint-Jean-d'Angely. The fast-trying track bringing the loose stones to the surface. The hard pack coming through. The crowning rock starting to bear its ugly face as well. Oh, Geiser, a mistake coming out of that turn a moment ago. Almost dragged himself off the back of the bike. Febvre is getting closer. So too is Geiser to Seewer. As Prado starts to pull clear. 1.5 seconds a moment ago. It's now pretty much the same as they drop downhill. Seewer hasn't had back-to-back wins in MXGP. Can he do that here for the first time in his career? He's got a 4-point buffer at the moment over Prado. There used to be a step down there through that turn. Not sure why they got rid of it. Holds a nice tight line. So too does Geiser. Oh, he was a bit short there though, Geiser. Up on the pegs as long as possible. Oh, Seewer came in a bit hard. Barely got over the triple that time around. Watch this here. Prado was okay, but Seewer back end first. Deep ruts that we can't see. Top of the hill, look at the hard pack rock just starting to show through. Throttle control absolutely imperative on a racetrack like this. Gets over the hole there. Does Prado. Don't want to hit that and then bounce. See the Red Bull gas spotters in the trees and across the wave section at the top end of the circuit, all with radio contact back down to pit lane. Two Frenchies, Maxime Renault, Romain Febvre. 4th and 5th at the moment. About 3 seconds adrift of Tim Geiser. Paul Jonas about 10 seconds further back on the standing construct. Husqvarna, where's his teammate actually? Bogus, 14th. Verlanderen on the Gebben van Benrooy Yamaha is 7th. Koldenhoff is 8th. They're separated by about 5 seconds. But with 6 minutes to go, it's still tight at the top between Prado, Seewer and Geiser. Romain Febvre, last time around, 1:52.09. He and Renault in the same lap chart territory. The 3 riders ahead of them are in the 50s. What is it this time around? 50.2 Prado, 51.5, 51.0. Seewer and Geiser respectively. And the Slovenian getting back on terms with the number 91 at the top of the hill. 2 laps to go. He made a mistake coming out of that turn, Geiser. Mistake there for Seewer, and Geiser right back on him again. I'm sure Seewer knows what's at stake here. Back-to-back wins. In fact, it was Koldenhoff who was victorious here in Finland, wasn't it? Sorry, apologies there. But it would be 4 Grand Prix victories in a year in the season for Jeremy Seewer. Look how hard that takeoff face is. Blue groove. So Prado has about 2.5 seconds all of a sudden over Jeremy Seewer. Geiser half a second behind the Yamaha man, or he was at the split, and all of a sudden, top of the hill, Seewer's broken free from Geiser. Prado being caught again as Maxime Renault doing a good job of fending off Renault, Febvre for 4th place. And if things stay as they are, Jeremy Seewer will be guaranteed the silver medal in the World Championship with a round to go. How long is 3.5 minutes plus 2 laps, though, when you are Jorge Prado leading the race and don't want to give up that race win? Or Jeremy Seewer in second when you've got Tim Geiser breathing down your neck. Three minutes plus 2 to go. MXGP Race 2 here, the MXGP at Charente-Maritime at Saint-Jean-d'Angely. Jorge Prado is gradually being caught once again by Jeremy Seewer. The Red Bull Gas under attack once more from the Monster Energy Yamaha, who's just broken free ever so slightly from HRC's Tim Geiser, but the 3 riders still separated by about 2.5 seconds. Jeremy Seewer, second in the race, second in the championship. He'll be 57 points clear of Jorge Prado, who leapfrogs Glenn Coldenhoff back into 3rd position in the championship. That means Jeremy Seewer will be guaranteed silver with a round to go. He's probably not thinking about that at this moment in time, though. Probably looking at going 1-1. And he's closing in on Jorge Prado. Seewer's never had a 1-1 in MXGP before. Would love to get it done here in France if he can. It's within touching distance, but Jorge Prado, tenacious character, isn't it? Again, another landing from the moon, and quite heavy for Jeremy Seewer. Well, I tell you what, it's going to be close for the 2-lap board, because lap time last time around, 1:50. It might be touch and go, a couple of seconds here or there, whether they get a 2-lap board or if it goes to 3 laps. Keep an eye on that next time around. Geiser gaining again. Nice use of the bank there, Geiser. Geiser couldn't get the drive out of that turn there, just had to back off just before takeoff, let the back end sort itself out. Watch this here. Watch his improvisation of the line here, Jeremy Seewer. Just up the bank. This is your first 3. Maxime Renault just losing the toe to these guys now. He'll just focus on trying to keep Febvre behind him in 4th place. Geiser just to the inside of Seewer down the straight, avoiding the roost, and again here. Oh, mistake there though for the world champ. Both feet off the pegs, but he manages to save it. Keeps it upright, keeps it in 3rd place. Watch this, just gets on the gap. Yeah, he just got a kick as he went in, put him off balance. Three, 2, whoa, 1 second on the clock as they hit the finish line. It's 3 excruciatingly long laps for these 3 riders. I'm sure they would have preferred 2. Prado would have, who bobbles in the turn, so too. Watch this here, 3, 2, 1 on the face of the jump. That's how tight it was between 2 or 3 laps to go. And Geiser sensing an opportunity to strike. Got his hands full once again. The track's so chewed up and gnarly. And Seewer looks to go around the outside. Not going to work there, and he almost goes through the fence. How did he stay up on two wheels? Lost the front as he tipped it in. Oh, he's going to triple in. He might find his way past. Prado knows he's there as well. Cheeky look over the shoulder from the Spaniard. Talk about pressure. No pressure on Prado, on Geiser's shoulders. He's already done his bit. He's already world champion. But Jorge Prado, third in the championship, 3 points clear of Glenn Coldenoff at the moment. He started the day fourth overall behind the Hoff. Seewer finds his way past. It ties third between Prado and Coldenoff with a round to go. But we've still got 2 laps to go, don't forget. As Seewer gets close to Prado, Geiser gets close to Seewer. You can't blink. Finally, the 2-lap board goes out. Prado thinking, where did that come from? Where has it been all my life? Could have done with that a lap ago. Follow the leader through the top turn there, turn 8, dropping downhill. Oh, and Seewer! And he nudges Geiser to the outside rut as he got off balance and maintained his position. Watch this here. He just gets stood up, gets back on the gas, and Geiser was hanging off the bike, and I think Seewer ended up propping him up. As you were, guys. First, second, third. Tried this a lap ago, to no avail. Thinks better of it this time around as he lights up the back end. Oh, is that a line for the final lap of the race? I wonder. Prado knows that Seewer is tripling in at the end of this straight. He's over on the right-hand side. Decides not to this time around. Prado, though, goes for it. Not the easiest place to pass on this weekend. As we are seeing the gap between 4th and 5th at the top of the hill there, between Renault and Febvre. Maxime Renault, about 3 seconds clear now. But the podium place is being fought out between the top 3 riders in the race. It'll be 47 Seewer, 43 Prado, 42 Geiser. One lap to go. And Prado has about 1.1 seconds over Seewer. Prado a little offline there, though, or was he? Well, looking at Geiser's line, possibly not. Slows it up, comes to an almost stop. And Seewer in trouble, and Geiser, well, he'll muscle his way down the inside if he can, and he does. Great ride that from Geiser. He'll believe he can win the race from here. Seewer will be kicking himself. Losing the front there. Watch this here. It's because they all got stuck in the rut here. Oh, Geiser's through. Geiser has found his way past. And that was on the long downhill, surely. And Seewer goes through finally into second. Sideways through the wave section. Wow. Heart in the mouth. Geiser goes from third to first in the final lap. We should have just done a one-lap dash. All the excitement on the final lap. Seewer, can he still find a way through? What will it do to the podium? Well, put it this way. Geiser will stand on the top step because Seewer was victorious in race 1. Geiser was second. Geiser is going to win the race. Seewer legs his way through. And Tim Geiser will cross the line. He will win race 2. And Geiser will win the Grand Prix. Prado back on the podium as well. Watch this here. The long jump downhill. This time, he could do what Seewer couldn't. Closes down the door, and it was as easy as that for Geiser. Fantastic race, fantastic race, guys. But it's Geiser, Seewer, Prado in the overall classification. Geiser, Prado, Seewer in the race. And Tim Geiser, race win number 14 for the season. Race win number 81 in his career. And he'll celebrate his 99th podium with career victory number 42. What a finale we had there. And talk about a champion coming through to put in a champion's ride. Tim Geiser doing just that. Still waiting for the rest of the guys to come through. Romain Febvre misses the podium. He is 4th place again, but Tim Geiser going from 3rd overall in the standings on the day to the top step. Giacomo Garibaldi there, the team boss. Big win there. Filippo, his body guy, getting in on the act as well. But from 3rd overall at the start of the final lap to 1st overall, passing Seewer and Jorge Prado, Tim Geiser. Watch this here. He goes around the outside of Seewer at the top of the hill. That puts him in the 2nd position. And then a couple of turns later, after he'd found his way past Seewer, top of the hill, Liqui-Moly, he was able to do what Seewer couldn't do. He got the distance on Prado, and then he just held it in there, squeezed him. Prado had no choice but to yield. Geiser through as easy as that. Tim Geiser with his 9th Grand Prix victory of the campaign. And saving the best till last, to the very last lap. Probably half a lap, if we're going to be honest. But the fans definitely had a treat here today. And here is Lisa with Tim Geiser.
Tim Geiser, I was not expecting that on the final lap. This is why you are a world champion.
Wow, I mean, like, even me, I was not expecting. I know I was faster, but just was so difficult to find a way around. But then last lap I say, like, I have to change the line. So I went completely different lines. I never rode it. But on the end, I make 2 nice passes, jumping, you know, next to Prado, way further, you know, braking later. So, yeah, super happy, you know, to win a GP.
Great job. Thanks, Tim.
Tim Geiser goes from 3rd overall in the Grand Prix to 1st overall on the final lap with 2 passes, 2 crucial passes. The first on Jeremy Seewer, the second on Jorge Prado. The 5-time world champion flexing his muscles and saying, guys, if you want to be where I'm at, they're the kind of rides you need to put in. What a way to round out the MXGP of Charente-Maritime here. Geiser wins the race from Prado and Seewer. We'll give you the official classification now as we have it. Tim Geiser wins race 2, making 2 passes on the final lap on Seewer and Prado. Renault comes home 4th ahead of Febvre, Jonas, Valandrin, Koldenhoff and Fernandez, with Ferrato, Evans, Guadagnini, Beaton, Bogas, Koulas and Tom Kopp, and then Watson, Jacobi, Herberto and Kevin Brumman. The overall Grand Prix belongs to Tim Geiser, a 2nd and a 1st. Jeremy Seewer, 2nd overall with a 1st and a 3rd. And Jorge Prado on the podium for the first time since Indonesia. Overall in the championship, Tim Geiser, of course, world champion. Jeremy Seewer now confirmed 2nd overall. Jorge Prado back up to 3rd. Just 4 points for him between him and Koldenhoff as we go into the final round. Who will it be that takes that bronze medal at the end of this 2022 season? Manufacturers' Championship, Yamaha lead the way. No change in the top 7 places. Honda, Gas, Husqvarna, Kawasaki, KTM and Beta down there in 7th place. No Jerryman lining up today. And of course, Alessandro Lupino, we lost him because of, what was it, appendicitis. And then just 1 or 2 health issues after that. Hope you enjoyed the racing today, Alessandro. Anyway, Fox Holeshot time right at the start of the race. Jorge Prado, long time overdue, but he takes his 16th black plate of the season. Haven't seen him with a Fox Holeshot since race 2 Lommel 4 rounds ago. And that one is done and dusted. He'll be picking up the dosh in a couple of weeks' time for his Fox Holeshot heroics. Getting a bit breezy down here at Saint-Jean-d'Angely. Look, bit of movement in the trees. Starting to cool off as well. Getting ready for the podium. Round 17, the MXGP of Charente-Maritime here at Saint-Jean-d'Angely. The penultimate round of the championship done and dusted. Just 1 round to go. Turkey at Affion in 2 weeks' time. But let's enjoy this one here, because it was a fantastic occasion. Certainly race 2 brought everything alive. Michele Rinaldi there. 3rd overall, Jorge Prado, Red Bull Gas Factory Racing, back on a podium since Indonesia 6 rounds ago. And he does it with a 4th and a 2nd. 2nd overall, Jeremy Seewer came so close to standing on the top step on the Monster Energy Yamaha, but for the late charge, the very, very late charge of Tim Geiser, Team HRC. 2nd overall for Seewer. Tim Geiser celebrates winning the 5-time World Championship. Sorry, I'll try that again. Tim Geiser celebrates by winning his 5th World Championship with a Grand Prix victory at the very next round. And what a way to do it as well. 3rd to 1st on the final lap. Christian Morisset handing the 3rd place trophy to Jorge Prado, a much overdue podium for the Spaniard and the Red Bull Gas rider. Stefan Villa, Departmental Council Vice President, handing the 2nd place trophy to the Monster Energy Yamaha of Jeremy Seewer. Bittersweet for the Swiss, I would say. Jacques Boll, the FIM Vice President, hands the winner's trophy to Tim Geiser, who wins here at the MXGP of Charente-Maritime. Giacomo Garibaldi will take the team manager's trophy from Jean-Pierre Forest, FFM Motocross Commission President. Another one in the books for Giacomo. Good going, Gigi. Nobody expected that. There were so many looks of amazement on the faces of the personnel down there at HRC, but of course, Mr. Antonio Alia Portela handing the gold plate to Tim Geiser, who is world champion, crowned already. No point giving him a red plate as a championship leader, because he is world champion. And for Tim Geiser and the Slovenians, the Slovenian national anthem. Your top three here this weekend, round 17 of the FIM Motocross World Championship, the MXGP of Charente-Maritime at Saint-Jean-d'Angely. Tim Geiser on the top step of the podium for the 9th time this year, celebrates his 42nd Grand Prix victory and his 99th career podium. The Team HRC rider in good form here today. Jeremy Seewer, second overall with a first and a third. Jorge Prado back on the box. And that was a fourth and a second. His 10th podium of the campaign for the Red Bull Gas rider. We will talk to the top three in just a few moments' time, but before we do, here's some highlights from MXGP Race 2. It was a bit of a slow burner, but it was exciting to watch all the same. Jorge Prado over the Fox Holeshot line for the first time since race 2, Lommel, and for the 16th time this season. Romain Febvre just behind him there in second place, Maxime Renault third, but Renault got his way up the inside as he cleared Febvre on the uphill triple to move into second position. Romain Febvre lost out at the top of the hill to Jeremy Seewer as he moved into third place, and then as Geiser went around the outside, looked like he lost traction, but at the top of the hill, the Slovenian found some drive from somewhere, and he was suddenly up into fourth place. All eyes on the battle between the top three, though, that was tighter than it needed to be at times. Prado leading away from Seewer and Renault, but Geiser from out of nowhere put the squeeze on the Frenchman, took over third place. He and Seewer somehow managed to stay upright here as they battled over second. And then the last lap, Geiser went from third to second as he muscled his way down the inside of Seewer. He started the lap third overall in the Grand Prix classification and third in the race. He then, a couple of corners later, moved past Prado to take over the lead, and all of a sudden he was on the top step of the podium. As they rounded out the final turn, it was Tim Geiser, Jorge Prado, Jeremy Seewer separated by 1.9 seconds, and Tim Geiser is here with Lisa.
Tim Geiser, that late charge from third to first in the final lap sealed you the overall. It was fantastic to watch. How was it from your seat?
Yeah, I knew that I have to win if I want to win the overall because, yeah, Jeremy was behind me and first and second is like 3 points between, so I have to be two positions in front of him. So, yeah, I just sanded last lap, you know. I was always close. I felt that I was some section faster, some section they were faster. I kind of like changed lines quite a lot during the race. But on the end, yes, less push, and I managed to pass both of them and win the second moto for the overall. So, yeah, super happy. Huge thank you to all my team, everybody around me, all the fans. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks, Tim. Second overall today, we have Jeremy Seewer. Jeremy with a first and a third. Bittersweet, I guess. I mean, you look really good out there. It's nice seeing you jump the triple, but Geiser just got the better of you in that final lap.
Yeah, that just turned out for him today. I mean, I could have done a 1-1 if I get Prado. Instead, Tim got me, and